Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you all for joining me today. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on social media as well. Today, I have a special guest. She's an innovative filmmaker, director, producer, and writer. I want to welcome Kellie Madison. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you for having me, Maya. It's so great to be here.
And so I wanted viewers to kind of get to know you a little bit. And so I wanted to know what made you get into film.
I just always knew since I was really, really young, I was going to be in entertainment. So it was just never a question. It just had an evolution. I was an actress. And then once I moved out to, I did a lot of theater in Chicago. And then when I moved out to Los Angeles, I just started making short films and then writing and producing and directing in that order. So it just kind of evolved, but I always loved entertainment. I don't know, it was just my soul, I guess.
For sure. I feel the same way. It's just there's something about it. There's so many different realms of it that you can't just be in one spot of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's so you can be so many different things, and you can have a well-rounded career, and it's just very exciting. And honestly, it's the power of storytelling that is so intriguing to me. It is so powerful. Like the films that are coming out now, like take a documentary on Netflix or something, and then it impacts change. Like it just really does. And it doesn't matter the genre space, doesn't matter if it's an action film or if it's horror or it's comedy or if it's a deep, meaningful documentary, it's still going to impact someone. You know, there's people that are struggling and going through cancer and whatnot, and they'll come to you and they'll come to someone who made a comedy and they'll say, you know, you got me through this chemo, you got me through this horrible time because I was able to be entertained. So that's how powerful our business is. I really see a lot of empowerment in it.
Yes, it's really about the impact for sure. And when I was reading about your bio a little bit, I know, and correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but one of your films was The Call, which was a top 10 finalist for a Ron Howard short film contest. How did you feel being in that contest and being one of the top persons selected in that?
It's so funny you brought that up. Yeah, not many people bring that up, but I was elated to be involved because Ron Howard is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time. So when I found out he was running a contest with his daughter, Bryce Dallas Howard, I was like, oh my God, count me in. And what a creative contest. Like the premise of the contest is that you take, first they do a photograph contest and they had these winners from all these, you know, this photography contest. And so then you have to take 10 photos from those winners and build a story to it. And so, and that's what I did. And of course you have to shoot on Canon. It was sponsored by Canon. And just what an experience. I had the best time on that. And it was just everything was so lovely, the entire process along the way and how they did the screenings for us. And I think we screened it at the Grove actually. And it was just so lovely. And I'm so proud of that film too. It just came out so well.
Well, I definitely want to get into your latest project. You directed the newest movie for the Never Back Down franchise, Never Back Down Revolt. You know, what made you want to be a part of that?
I read the script. It was approached to me. My agent sent me the script, and the producers were familiar with The Gate, which was an action piece I had done that got a lot of notoriety online. And I read the script and I just fell in love with it. I mean, it was just these lush female characters. I thought it was a really unique take on human trafficking because we've seen a lot of human trafficking and it's obviously usually sexually related, which is terrible and tragic. And we need to continue to shed light on those stories. But in this particular instance, it's like these women are being trafficked for their fight skills and then put into this gritty, dirty underground fight club, you know, so just that whole world I found super intriguing. But of course, the redemptive nature was what was most intriguing to me, that they were able to rise up, revolt, and fight back. And I know that you can relate as a woman about fighting back. You know, we're fighting for our rights every day. We're fighting for our rights just to be treated equal. So I just love when if women are being watching stories of women being oppressed and fighting back. So I thought that message was really important.
It was. I mean, it was intense in so many ways, and I was just like, man, like these women are just so strong, just so elite in their ways. What was kind of your approach to capturing all of those skills? And because I know there was a lot of people from the UFC industry that were a part of this movie, what was kind of your approach to directing this?
Well, it was really exciting to work with Michael Bisping, who is an MMA champion, and a lot of people know him and are big fans. And he was just a joy to work with, always laughing on set, super jovial, really lighthearted. And then, of course, when the cameras are rolling, he turns into this like, vicious, terrible, deplorable human being. And so it was just super fun. And I thought we crafted his performance together really well. And then, I wanted to make sure that with the women, that you were all emotionally connecting to them. And then with the villains, that you hated them enough so that at the end of the movie, when they die, that you're happy that they die. And hopefully like, you're like, yay, like, I don't know, who people talk about. And then it was also important for me, on another note, to craft the audience members. It's interesting that the people that were at the fight ring, like, who are these disgusting human beings that pay to see these women tear each other apart?
Was really good. It was very empowering because I enjoyed this take on this movie too, because the previous ones, they've been more male focused and kind of what they've dealt with. You didn't really see females in there, and if you did, they were just kind of like objectified, or that was there was
Right.
a love interest or something. But here, it was, there was no romantic. It was just all about the business, getting it done, trying to get out and save everybody. And so I just thought this was a really unique approach for this new movie.
I'm glad you appreciate that. I noticed the same thing. And obviously, the entertainment business is evolving. So, no fault to the producers at the time that they made Never Back Down 1. But when I watched it, and even Back Down 2 and 3, I was shocked and mortified by how much the women are objectified. Like, women at party. And this is not just the Never Back Down series. We're talking about filmmaking all around, right? 80s,
Mhm.
90s. We're talking like, oh, there's women at parties and they're in bikinis. And then, oh, let's have a woman walk past the camera and focus on her ass. And it's just like, I am so grateful that we are evolving out of that. Like,
Me
I am
too.
so grateful. And you don't see that kind of exploitation very often, if at all. I mean, I don't see it in films anymore, especially because a lot of films are like having a message now and things. But I was so excited and grateful to be able to take the Never Back Down franchise and do that, give women more respect and empower them more, and not have to objectify them, like even down to like wardrobe choices. And I will
Mhm.
say, my producers supported me, and whatever I wanted to, I said, well, I don't want to show them in tiny little skimpy outfits with their butt cheeks hanging out. Like, it's not about objectifying them. It's about, let's put them in wardrobe, which you probably noticed was conservative enough, covering things that didn't feel slutty. It just felt like they were in fight clothes and then they were fighting. So it was important for me not to objectify them. Obviously, you can guess, as a female director.
And even within all that, you still saw their beauty too. Even with all the blood and
Right.
makeup, you still saw their beauty without all the extra, skin and stuff out.
Yeah, they're still stunningly beautiful. I remember day one when I was working with Neetu Chandra, this story we always joke about now. And she had told the makeup artist, like, deck her out with all sorts of makeup, and her hair was like curled, and she was in the cages. So it wasn't fight night. This was like her in the cages. And I took one look at her. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, no, 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 no. So I ripped her back up to the makeup chair and I said, take off all her makeup, take down that curl. Like, who's gonna be curling their hair in a cage and putting all this makeup on? I was like, no, no, no. But when you took all her makeup off, I said, you're still stunning.
I thought it was captured very tastefully and very pretty.
Thank you
Um,
so much. I'm glad you appreciate that.
well, you have your own company, Madison Films, and I just wanted to ask you, what do you say to those who aspire to do what you do and break through into the entertainment industry?
I think, you have to generate your own content. you just do like pick up a camera, start shooting, start editing, work with actors. If you're a director, take an acting course. That's something else I wanted to say on the last interview, so that you know how to talk to actors. And but just dive in and keep shooting, keep generating content, because Hollywood is this really interesting entity where they don't really like to let in new people, especially if you don't have any nepotism or you're not in the circles already. So it's hard to get in the circle. But if you generate content that is of such quality that it can't be denied or ignored, then you can get in. So it's just, and plus it just improves your storytelling. So then, and then you're allowed to be a storyteller. And so, and I want to be a professional storyteller for the rest of my life. So I think for me, generating content on your own was really helpful. And even if you're an actor or an actress, which I say to all my actor friends, write pieces for yourself, or collaborate with writers that can write something for you where you can shine, then go film it, because sitting around waiting for agents to do things for you is not going to happen. So you just have to make your own path, pave your own way.
Gotta put in the work and be consistent too.
And be consistent. Yeah, put in the work. And check with people. Like as a writer, I would always give my script to like anyone who would read it and give me notes and feedback, but you have to be open to the notes and feedback. So you have to be like, oh, okay, this is why it isn't resonating with you. And then as a content creator and generator, you're making your work for an audience. You're not making it so that you can enjoy films in the comfort of your own home. You're making it for audiences. So therefore, if you're open to notes and adjustments, then you grow as an artist too. That's another like really great piece of advice.
No, well, if you ever need a reporter actress, I volunteer as tribute, feel free.
You
Um,
got it. Well, definitely. Please stay in touch.
yes. Well, I appreciate your time. Was there anything else about this film or your journey or just anything you would like to say?
I just am excited for people to see the film. So don't forget, it's coming out on digital and Blu-ray and on demand on November 16th. So go buy a dozen DVDs and put it in the stocking stuffers for all your family at Christmas.
Yes, something for the family. I love that.
It's a great family Christmas movie.
So happy, but there's a happy.
Granny's gonna love it.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking with you and meeting you, and I really do appreciate the opportunity for doing this with me.
And so nice to meet you, and thank you for your time and for all the kind things you've said about my work, and it's just a joy talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.